All right, guys, welcome to our team call. I'm going to make sure I'm recording. I am. Okay. Today is not a beginner's call, but I'm going to keep in mind we have brand new people on this call too. So I will introduce myself for you guys who may not know me. My name is Julie Stevens. I'm a senior executive director. That's the top of the company. Hi, January. Good morning. I have loved this business and it has not been easy. I've been stuck. I've wanted to quit. You guys, month 4, I literally said I was donezo. I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this company. I'm not doing it anymore. I've had rough times, but I love it. I love it. Anything that challenges me is typically going to improve me, right? So that is how I feel. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm still here too. Okay, so today, we're gonna go right into training. If you guys don't know who I am, you can go watch any of the previous videos, okay? But basically, I'm one of your uplines, or you can treat me as one of your uplines because I'm also a founding member of the company. So that means that in the very beginning, they had founders. And whenever we launch new countries, we open that too. But I'm a founder of the entire company. And so that means I have to treat everyone like they are my team because I actually do make an income off of everyone. So I feel like you guys are all on my team, doesn't matter where you are. Okay, mindset. Let's get this going. We're going to talk about how to track your business because that's really important, really, really important. And actually, I should probably write all this down. Mindset, 4 subjects: working, 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 because some of us don't know what the definition is. And we know if we knew what the work was, we would do it more so we could get paid, right? So we're going to define that today. Tracking. This is so important, tracking. And then results. Okay, so the first thing, mindset. If you're driving down the road and you look at the oncoming traffic, my sister told me this when she was teaching me how to drive at the age of 14 on the highway. Okay, yes, I was 14. I learned how to drive that way. She told me, do not look at the oncoming vehicles. You'll gradually steer that way if you do. Okay, most of us got taught this. Where are you steering in your business? What do you want? What do you want out of this? If you don't know, and your vehicle's probably not even moving. This is mindset. This is not activity. This is mindset. I will set goals for people sometimes, but they're my goals. And sometimes I'll stretch people, right? What are your goals? Why are you here today? I don't know if you know the reason right now. I don't know if it's going to hit you in a month or this afternoon, but this is really important. If you don't know where you're going or what you want out of this, your vehicle's probably not even turned on. So for me personally, this is what I want out of this, and maybe this will stir something in you guys. I want to be able to wake up in the morning without an alarm clock. I love that. I want to be able to be there for my daughter if something happens. Last week, she called me at school and she had a horrible cramp hit her, crying her eyes out. She's about to pass out at this high school. She can't even make it to the nurse's room. I jump in my car and I run down there to go get her. Now, when I was in internships, because you guys, I went to school to be an occupational therapist assistant, and I'm glad that I have that skill set because I've been able to use it in and out of the home. But when I was doing that, I was not allowed to go pick up my daughter if something happened. I had to stay there or else I would be fired. That was my biggest why. I wanted to be where I needed to be for those that I loved. A couple of years ago, my dad got sick. I literally booked a ticket and I was in my car driving up there to go fly down there to be with him. I never got fired from Monat. My why is that. If I can pay the bills, that's amazing. If I can bring my husband home, I'm living the dream. And I did that in 2018. In 2018, I brought my husband home from his full-time job of working over 100 hours a week. That is my why. So my direction in this company is to sell enough product to provide, okay? So remember that. We have community, we have all these amazing things. We need the sales to make the income, right? So it's always going to go back to we have to do that. but our mindset has to be completely there first. Celeste wants to be debt free. I want to be able to be the mom that can go to the school functions and volunteer for events at my son's school. I want to move, freedom to be able to move the way I want. Okay, this is important, you guys. So think about what you want out of this. Okay, there's your line. There's your line. Every time you get distracted, you're going to look to the left, you're going to look to the right. Okay. This is going to happen every single day, all throughout the day. And it's okay to look to the left or to the right. But if your mindset's not in the right place, don't hit the gas. Meaning, if you wake up this morning and something happens, you got a VIP or a market partner who's not having a good experience, okay? That could kind of throw you into a loop. And then you can kind of get like frustrated a little bit, and then you can work with that frustration. That's not going to get you anywhere. You got to pause, freeze, put your mind in the right set. You're here to help those people. They're frustrated. You're frustrated too. Let's help them with the products. Let's get it taken care of, right? So, mindset is everything with a positive attitude. And the reason why I say this is because external things will happen to us. It's going to slow us down. But the internal things is what we can control. So the internal things is our mindset, attitude. I'm going to do this with or without you. Okay. And I'm telling you guys this because it's true. I'm going to do it with or without you. If all of you guys left me today, I would absolutely go replace you this afternoon. And I'm not saying replace you as a person. I'm saying I would go get more Salesforce people, right? More team, more people to go spread the product. Because my mission is stronger. And if your mission is not aligned, then I just move over and I go get a new team. That's my mindset. And the reason is because my family is depending on me and I'm depending on me. So when you have people come into your business, remember, they're all a volunteer army. If they work this business every single day, you're truly blessed. You are truly, truly blessed. Be very, very grateful for them. But if they don't work the business, that's an external thing you cannot control. Your mindset needs to be, and I'm going to keep going, right? So you keep doing what you do, leading by example, and those others who do want what you're doing will come. Okay. They may ask you a question and they might not even be coming in a way that you can see it. They might be working in their hearts. They might be working in their mind. Maybe I can do this. You guys don't know what you're doing, showing up every single day, loving what you do, being fully convicted of it. Those little show ups every single day, that's the water on the seeds. And remember, your market, excuse me, your market partners are also seeds. So as you recruit people, like in the very beginning, you guys, I don't think I would have been all in if I wouldn't have had so much success or flew to Miami, right? The very first week in my business to go meet the company. I don't know if I would have been that much all in, but it happened to me. And so I relay that to you guys because a lot of you guys didn't have that first experience, right? So that's a drip. That's a watering. That's a watering on seeds. So as people come into this business, you got to remember they've never experienced what you have, but your mindset is going to be a conviction for you that's going to allow them to see how convicted you are. I don't know how to explain that very well, but it's going to help. When I see someone fired up and I'm discouraged, it actually kind of gets me out of my little discouragement. Like I'm like, okay, they're doing this thing. I can do this too. So mindset's everything. Know why you are here. Remember that there are oncoming traffic coming at all times. Those are distractions. Those are the discouragements. Those are mostly the thoughts in our own mind that's trying to slow us down. Okay, Satan is going to come after you if you are on the right road, right? He doesn't come after those that are already on his alley. They're going to go after those who are doing good. He's going to be throwing those cars at you. You guys have to stay focused. Focus on the good, focus on your mission. So your mission is to change people's lives with product and the business, right? So we always go back to that. No matter what happens to me, no matter what situation comes along, I'm in this. Like, I'm not going to get paid if I don't work it, right? So my mindset has to be, I am all in. I asked Josh the other day, babe, if I woke up from amnesia, okay, and I needed to work this business, what would you tell me? You guys ready for this? Oh God, where is it? First thing he said, 100%. And you guys, I've asked him this 3 different times in the last 11 years I've been working this business. Number one, go all in. And you guys hear this a lot, but I mean it. I mean it. You have to go all in. That means you are obsessed. Okay? That means you just had a baby. That baby's not going to eat unless you feed it. You are obsessed. It is a life source and you are holding on to it. You are all in. Okay? And he said things like this. He said, I mean all in, like all day. Back-to-back calls. That's what he said. How many minutes in a day did you log during, or how many minutes a day did you actually do work where you are exposing product, dripping on seeds even, which is giving education to people so they could love the product or business more, right? He said I was on back-to-back calls, 3-way calls nonstop, which goes to number 2. Get your upline and your prospects and get them on the phone. That's what he said. He said, that's what you were doing. He's like, you were just having everyone get you on the phone. I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now you guys, maybe that doesn't work every single time. But back then, it sure did. It sure as heck did. Right now, maybe voice chats are going to work better because they're faster. But never exclude that one-on-one call and the 3-way calls. Those are just super, super helpful. It's kind of like, I don't know. If people get on a 3-way call, they're pretty much in. I just want you to know that. So if people are not getting on a 3-way call, it's because you haven't done the before work first. If they get on a call, they are in. They're pretty much signing up. They've already decided to sign up, or they've already signed up and they're getting on an onboarding call. So don't get discouraged if you don't get those calls. You just got to go back to, where's the gap? What am I needing to fill? Where am I missing out on something? These people just may not trust you enough. They may not be excited enough. They might not understand enough. Go back and evaluate. And evaluate is going to be a big topic on this call today whenever we get into the work and tracking. Number 3, he said, show up and be present. That was it. He's like, you were showing up all the time. You were always present all the time with your team. You were on live videos like every day. And I'm like, whoa, I was. I really was. I was showing up every single day. Those 3 things that he told me, that's what exploded my business. Okay. A lot of you guys are like, well, cool. Awesome. I should explode because I'm doing a lot of this. Well, there's more to it. Okay. So mindset. You guys can take a screenshot of this. You like this? Check that out. Okay, screenshot this a little bit. I'm not going to go completely off of it because this is an old tracking systematic thing. All right. I'm going to leave it up though because I am going to go back to it as I talk to you guys. Basically, when you work your business, what are you doing? Like, what is work? What is really work? Because we don't clock in. They're not paying us for hitting the timestamp. They're only paying us when we make a sale. Everything goes around a sale. So actually, I'm gonna pull this out to give you guys an example. I don't know if you guys have ever done something like this. This is called mind mapping. For those who have ADHD, dyslexia, any kind of learning disability, note taking is not as helpful as this. Okay? If you guys struggle, this is how I take notes. It's called mind mapping. You can Google it. So basically what I do is I take a big box in the center. For you guys, for me, truly we need to put sales right in the very center. Sales, okay? Everything should be focused on sales. That's it. We don't get paid for inspiring people. I don't get paid for washing your hair. No, I don't. I get paid when they purchase the product that I washed your hair with, right? So sales is the center focus. Now, whenever you branch off of these things, we're going to do things like what creates sales? What's going to lead to sales? So demonstrations, you guys. Demos are like washing hair. Yeah, it's pretty much washing hair, washing faces. Demonstrating product, that's going to get you a really good sale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bubble above that, and I'm going to put demonstrations. Now, if I didn't have a team working today, you know what I would do? I would fill my calendar up with demonstrations because I knew that worked. I would literally spend every second trying to book them. Every second. And I did this. Every time I got stuck, you guys, I wasn't going to get paid. I don't know if you guys know this, but when I got stuck, I was about to lose an $18,000 paycheck that I was completely relying on. My husband was relying on it too, and so were my parents. I lost all of my GV because I busted all of my MMBs. And if you guys are new, you don't have to know about this exactly, but basically I was about to lose everything, everything. Okay. Crying my eyes out. What do? Not going to give up. So my sister tells me to put on my big girl panties and get back to work. What does that mean? Work, work. Okay, well, what is work? Like, what does that mean? Sales. Anything that's going to lead to sales. You guys, we get so wrapped up and confused in all of the things that this girl's doing, this girl's doing, this girl's doing. What are you doing? It's awesome to take a look at what other people are doing, but you don't really know what they're doing. The only thing you really know is what you're doing, right? So this is what I do. Work to me nowadays, oh boy, posting, okay? Posting is really important. Whenever I put posts out, you know what I do? Okay, TikTok is where I start. TikTok is such a good AI tracker to see if you're in your algorithm box, okay? I'll make a TikTok. If it doesn't go above 20 views within the first 5-10 minutes, I delete it, I edit it because it probably wasn't good enough. Okay. I do that a lot. And then I will do some more videos and then I'll go check back maybe in an hour to see if it's doing okay. Okay. If it's not hitting any likes, whatever, I'll evaluate. Now, here's where the tricky thing is. You guys, every time you are working your business and you want to know why you're not getting messages coming in, go be your most insane critic. Go look at your stuff. What are you posting? What did you really put out there this week? This is the part of my job that I hate because I realize how bad I am. I'm like, okay, that post was pretty dumb. No point to it. Like, what did I even educate anyone on? Like, what was this helping me on? Did I just get some views? Cool. Sometimes that's what I'm doing though. Sometimes I'm just putting content out there to keep my algorithm going. But oh my gosh, you guys, the ones that we actually take the time, and I'm not saying the long time editing, I'm saying taking the meaningful time to put into words what your post is trying to decipher. What are you getting out of this post? Do you want a product sale? Do you want people to fall in love with your product? Do you want people to be interested in the business model? Go be your biggest critique. Pretend that you are cold market. You just pulled up Chelsea's TikTok, you want to know what's up with Chelsea? You got money, you're ready to spend it on whatever she's got in TikTok shop? Go evaluate. Are you being direct with your posts? Hi, buy from me, you'll love the product. Hi, buy from me, you get this results. Hi, this is how you click and shop, and this is what you're going to get. This is the sale. This is the product that performs this. Split End Mender does this. This is why you want this if you're growing your hair out. Are you educating? So whenever you're dripping on seeds with water, make sure that water is good water, okay? It's not dead water, it's live water. We want to make sure that the content is good. Evaluate what you're putting out there. You guys, and I'm not the best one at this because I don't always get hits, but guess what? I'm learning and I'm getting better. Even after 11 years, I'm learning and things will change. Okay, so work. Another thing on work. You're making posts. You need to do reach outs. God's going to reward those who are working hard, you guys. I'm not kidding. Every time I do a reach out, I get a no, and then I get a person messaging me. Almost every time. It's like energy in, energy out. I don't know what it is, but every time I'm reaching out to people, I will get people reaching out to me. If I'm putting content out there. Not everyone's going to have like such great luck, and I don't have great luck every single time either, but I do know that God rewards those who work hard. Okay? They don't just stop and pray. They're actually doing the things. That's how I feel. I feel like I have my most success when I evaluate my posts to make sure that they're intentional. Okay. I have enough content out there. And then I'm also reaching out to others. Now, keep this in mind. Your content is also something that other people are going to evaluate after you DM them. If you're like, girl, you're using Monat, right? You have really pretty hair. Like, your hair is awesome. You're using Monat, right? And she's like, no, I'm not. I've seen you post about it though. Okay. If you have a conversation start, that's gold right there, you guys. You're either going to get a yes or a no. You just did your job. And a no is a maybe a yes later. So let's just get the jobs done. Let's get these conversations happening. Have they tried Monat? Have they heard of it? Have they tried it? Now let's get them to try it. Okay. Those conversations, if they're not happening, your check's probably not moving. That's work. Okay. So under work, it's going to be conversations. And then you can do a circle branch off of conversations. What are those conversations consisting of? Don't ever assume they've heard of Monat or tried it. You want to find out. Conversations always start there. I'm not going to assume you've tried this yet, because if you have, you'd still be using it, right? And maybe they tried it 4 years ago and did not have good results. Find out. That's our jobs. So that is the actual work. Events, having events. Let me look at anything else. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so online networking, you're going to be doing things, and in person, you're going to be doing things. Branch off of those things. However you feel like you do best, add that. Okay? If I make a post like Jade Free, I'm probably not going to get 20 customers like she does. All right? She's been doing this for 6 years, posting every single day for 6 years for the algorithm to feed her into what people are looking for. So when I make posts, I'm not expecting a sale. I'm expecting a sale in a couple of years though. And I'm expecting a lot of sales because I'm going to pump this algorithm so full that it's just going to be oozing people to me. That's long term. I can't wait long term to get paid. I need to get paid today. So what am I doing? Going out and messaging people. Okay. You don't know when people are going to say yes. It's just your job. The only thing you can control is what you do to see if people are ready to say yes now. Okay, and if you guys have any more work things, put them in the chat. And this stuff helps a lot. Dropping off product with people, you guys, that was a big thing for me. Anytime my business is dead, I don't have a lot going on, I'm seeing who in the area can I get product to so I can get a demo in their shower. I don't need to go to the shower with them. I'm going to go pick up the product in 2 days after they use it, right? Because I need that product back. It's mine. It's expensive. Okay. So what we're going to tell them. Ricky calls them borrow baskets. If you guys have heard of that term, it works. So when I would look at my calendar to go back to me working my business, if I didn't have these things filled in, I was hustling to get it scheduled. If I didn't have product drop-offs in between me going to internship and work and picking up my kid, I was dropping off products. I was figuring out who in the world could I get product to? Because even if they tell me no, if they try it, they're gonna have a good result. Their grandma might buy from me. Their aunt might buy from me. Borrow basket is where you take your favorite products that you know are gonna have great results with that girl. Renew shampoo. Replenish mask is my biggest money maker. I know a lot of people like the super moisture mask, so go to that one too and try it out. My favorite was always the Replenish mask because it was our OG. We didn't have any more. That was the only mask we had. Renew, Replenish mask, Rejuve beads, of course, and Renew conditioner, oil. Go drop off those 3 products, maybe blowout cream. You guys get the people to try the products. Because if they try it, they're going to love it. And if they didn't love it, you can probably tell them why they didn't. Maybe they needed to do an oil treatment first. If someone is not using Monat products, by the way, and they're using some other name brands that have a lot of waxes and silicones and built up product on their hair, oil treatment first every single time. In fact, do it with everyone. Doesn't matter if they've got the best product on their head already. Oil treatment first. Every time you're demoing someone, oil treatment first. That oil is going to go on top of anything that is built up on their hair. And it's basically breaking up all the junk so it can actually come off, if that makes sense. Because most people are applying products on top and on top and on top and on top of hair. And that's why they straighten it every single day or do whatever they need to do to get the results. Okay, so work. Now, you got your mindset. I'm doing this I'm going all in. Going all in. This is me. This is my job. I'm gonna love this. I'm gonna get torn up, but I'm doing it. That's your mindset. I am doing this thing, even if it's just 4 VIPs. That's all you need. You're doing it. All in. No and ifs or buts about it. Let's get her done today. What can you do today? Deadlines are happening. People aren't getting paid unless things are happening. Then work. So we go to work. Write down somewhere. Please, for heaven's sakes, write down your work. Like, write it down. If it's in your phone calendar, if it is in a paper planner, if it is on a sticky note, because this one says November 1st, this one says November 2nd, and I made my own calendar. I don't care how you're doing this. But if you're not writing it down, then I cannot help you. Because what's going to happen? We're going on to tracking here. What's going to happen is in a couple months, you're going to have people come to you and they're going to say, I'm really stuck. This does not work for me. Has anyone ever heard that? This doesn't work for me. All right. It doesn't work for anyone. You work for it. So we got to rephrase this. So what was the work? We want to get better, right? So if you're not writing down your work, or if you're not tracking your work, we can't go through and adjust, modify, make better, take away, simplify. There's a lot of adjustments that need to be happening, right? If you're not tracking it, I can't help you. For example, my husband just lost like 50 pounds and he's gained like 25 pounds of muscle. He is completely ripped. He looks like a bodybuilder. He did that his first 12 months. I watched him do it and I was like, what in the world, dude? This guy is like, he's a monster. He's on it. So finally I was like, okay, dial me in because this, whatever I'm doing is not working and I want to look like you. And he's like, you have to track it. I'm like, okay. First couple weeks go by. You're not tracking. Every day he told me, you didn't track that. You didn't track this. You didn't track that. You didn't track that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder. Like, I don't want to do this. This is too hard. I don't want to track. I do not want to do this. This is difficult. And a lot of us don't want to do that in our business, you guys. But when I wasn't tracking, I wasn't getting results. When I was tracking, boom, results. This is why. When you're tracking your work, you actually know what's going on. That's it. You actually have your headlights on. You're driving at night, you put your headlights on. Now you can look at the map and you can say, oh, this turn here didn't do very well, right? That post didn't do as well. Maybe I can adjust that. Maybe it wasn't as direct enough. Maybe I wasn't really inviting people into the business. Maybe I was just bragging about my business and I wasn't inviting. Maybe I should reword that. Let's do another post. Let's reword it. That right there is tracking too. Your Facebook, your Instagram, and your TikTok, your LinkedIn, that's the new 2025 tracking for me. I don't even have to write down the date that I made that post. It's on my TikTok. It's on my Instagram. So now my tracking looks a lot like, what did I post? Why am I not getting attention? Why am I not getting hits? Why am I not getting people asking me questions? These are hard questions that I ask myself every day on my own posts, on my own stuff. And yeah, you guys, if if I did this more, I'd be better, right? But here lately, I'm all in, right? The last couple months, I am all in. This stuff is important. If I'm not tracking, I'm not all in, am I? Because I'm not even in. I might be doing it, but I'm not in it. I got to see my surroundings. I got to see what is going on around me. Tracking is everything because tracking is going to lead you to your reality. The reality is your check at the end of the month on Fridays. So whenever we get our reality on the 15th or on the Friday, now we can backpedal. Now we can go. We have mindset, work, tracking, reality, right? Okay, let's go reality. Let's go back to tracking. Let's track what I did. Let's track what I did that made that paycheck. You guys, I'll tell you right now, if I only got paid for what I did the last 3 days, I'd be pretty sad. I would be very upset. And I was telling myself yesterday, I was like, it's kind of crazy because you like fill the honey pot up, right? You just do all of this stuff and you just do so much and it does well. And then it lasts. It lasts for a while. Let's keep pulling from the honey pot. But if I'm not adding to that honey pot, it's going to run out. Same thing with the momentum in your business. Same thing with the orders in your business. If you quit showing up, people will quit buying. If you quit showing up, people will quit thinking about you and the products. So I show up every single day, even if it's just to remind my team, I am all in. I'm still doing this too. I'm still getting shut down. You guys, I got shut down 2 days ago by a girl on TikTok. Cool. I feel proud that I got shut down. I don't feel proud when I don't get shut down and don't send messages, right? That's a tracking thing that I can say. Cool. Got shut down. Awesome. She was a no. Maybe she'll be a yes later. It's cool. It's fine. But if I didn't track it, I wouldn't know what to expect. She said she used to sell it 4 years ago and she was horrible at sales. That's what she said. And I said, oh my gosh, well, I'm horrible at sales too. Cool. That's what I said. I said, I'm still learning. And I told her, what did I say? Oh, I said, but you know about TikTok Shop, right? I said, I made my first sale the other day and it was a dumb video on moose. That was it. That was it. Just a quick video. And she said, you're making it look easy. So I have this conversation going. Okay. I'm still dripping on her. She is still a live plant to me. She's not a no. She told me no, but she's not a no. Okay. Because to me, I can still probably persuade her to try this out because she's super cute. She's on TikTok. She's posting one. But here's the deal, you guys. A lot of us will get hung up on the one, right? So imagine me for the next 6 months focusing on this girl and nobody else. Would you guys be like disappointed in me? I know I would be. I need like 50 more like her. I need like, let's start with two. Let's not get overwhelmed. Let's just start with two more. Two more girls like her. Two more conversations today. Guys, imagine if you did two conversations a day. Not the same conversations, okay? Not the same combos. That's what we always get stuck on, is the same conversations. Natalie, see, I need to write her name down. Right now, my tracking is bad on TikTok because right now it's my messages because everything goes to request. But if it's an actual not sugar daddy, it comes into my inbox, right? So I have like 6 girls in my inbox right now from the last 10 days or so. And right now, that's my tracking. So, but what if I lose my TikTok? So today, Natalie, I'm going to write her name down. And I'm also going to write down where I found her and why. Oh my gosh. I know the sugar daddies are so annoying. They're funny though. It's funny. It's not funny and it's funny. Everyone wants $5,000 deposited into their accounts, right? 555 has been a game changer. And you guys, a lot of people are doing this. This is where they do, I think it's 5 reach outs, right? 5 follow-ups. Yeah, we do need a backup account. I will probably work on a backup account. Okay, so let's reiterate all of this and go to results. Now, results are going to come in your checks, but they're also going to come in that feeling that you have yourself when you lay your head down at night. Okay. You guys, that's way more than money to me. It really is. And in the beginning, it wasn't, right? I needed money. Like I needed to pay my bills. Like I was broke. Yeah, of course, Chelsea, I could do that. I can definitely post a picture. And if you guys actually want to look at it again, so this was my old system. This is, let me tell you
Angela,
what
can I
happened.
stop you for a second? You have the blur on,
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna
we
take that
cannot
off.
see your board. Thank you.
You remember how to take it off easy?
Go to video and that little arrow on video. What are you doing? It says blur my background.
Let's go. Oh, I can't find the video button. You guys, I'm gonna get this down. Where's the video button at?
On the bottom where there's audio and video. I know
Mm-hmm.
you're the host, so it should be the same. There should be an arrow on the video.
It doesn't, but I saw it earlier today because I was actually trying to fix that.
Sorry, guys.
We're
Just
gonna
want
get
you
this
all to
thing.
see it.
We're trying.
Uh,
Host tools share. I think it's up here for some reason on me.
I was gonna say I don't know how it is on the host side.
I know because it's like you can like make your beautify face and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
I never mess with that. If anyone knows how to take off, it says audio. Okay, so we'll go to audio.
Do you still have dogs?
Why am I not finding it? It is a little bit different. I think it's a pull over. If it don't
Yeah.
work,
Or if you can after the video, if you want to take a picture of it and send it in the team chat.
I found this. I found
That
it.
can work too if you don't find it.
Well, I found the audio button. Next to it says video. Adjust background.
There you
I
go.
don't want to blur my background.
Is it checked though? Is the blur my background checked?
Nah,
That's weird because it's already.
I know. It's annoying. I'm gonna see if I can help it though. Mirror my video, portrait lighting just for low. Touch up low, blur. Okay, it says none. Man, tell me if this works. It does not work. Okay, I'm gonna drop a picture in it. I'm gonna drop a picture in the chat, and I will also put this picture in my thing. I'm sorry, guys. I will fix it for next time. Ah, my bad. Okay, basically what I did, I got stuck in my business, and I said I have to track what I'm doing, or else I am not gonna make any money. I'm gonna lose my team. I'm gonna lose my check. My team's gonna quit following me because I'm not helpful. I just got lucky, right? This attitude hit me hard in 2017. Okay. What I did was I wrote down the things that made me money. Anything that made me money. Events, that made me money. Networking, I have to do networking. Oh my gosh, if I'm not doing networking, I'm not going to have people come into me. I have to network. That's part of my job title. So then I branched off in networking and I put like, what's all the ways I can network? Sharing my story is networking. Posting on social media is networking. And then I went to personal development. If I'm lacking in my people skills, maybe that's why I'm not getting sales. I went to personal development. This was a whole thing that I added to my life. And I actually have a more simple system now. It's more simple to me. I want to make sure I'm tracking everything. I want to make sure my mindset and my goals are in the right place. Networking and making sales is the big bubbles now. Okay, so I changed my focus and now it's like sales. Okay, sales. Let's get sales. We're all focused on sales. How do we do that? And if you guys treat your own business that same exact way, how do I get more sales? I'm not looking for more friends. Maybe you are though, right? We're gonna get those no matter what, because people are cool that come over here. Maybe you're looking for a bigger social media following for something else. I don't know, because that's how I signed up one of my senior executive directors. She wanted to be a stylist who educated people. She didn't want anything to do with Monat. I said, you need a big network. Monat will give you the network. So she signed up. She didn't want to sell shampoo. She didn't want to be a part of Monat. She wanted a network. She wanted to be famous one day. So I got her to sign up in Monat and she got it all the way to SCD, got her up on stage, all the things. You guys, you don't know what these people are looking for till you find out. You got to ask, what do you want in this? For me personally, I just want to keep doing this for the rest of my life. And this company ain't going to be around if I'm not helping it to make sales, right? Got to have those sales. Okay, so with that being said, make sure that you guys evaluate your results to go back to the activities that you were doing, right? Track it, just like macros and tracking that Josh does with his food and all this stuff and has me do. It really does give you results. But sometimes we go look at the results and we're like, I knew this didn't work for me. And then we throw in the towel and then we walk away and then we get discouraged. And then we spend the rest of the day in a slump. And then we pull up our phone again. And then we see Julie Stevens making a hair video. And it makes me feel like, oh my God, what do I do? That's what happens to me. This is a day-to-day thing. So enjoy the bouncing. Be elastic. When you get discouraged, your reaction to bounce back is the most vital thing that you can build for character. Anytime you get a no, sweet, freed up my time. I don't want to waste my time with you anyway, right? At least I know. If you don't know, you don't know. So your job today, know where you're going. What is your mindset at? Are you all in? If you're not all in today, that's okay. Maybe tomorrow something will happen and you decide, oh crap, I need to go all in. I want this. Or maybe you're all in, but you don't know what that looks like. Let me reevaluate it for you. You're going to fill your calendar up with work. Okay? It's your work. That work is going to look like product demos, conversations, messaging people, dropping off product, and then also editing your videos and making stuff that actually welcomes people to join your business or invites people or entices people to try the products. Okay, that's work. Make sure you're doing this. And then you can go through and track it. Today, a big thing, maybe we should all go check out our own social media posts and pretend that we are a friend that's just looking. Okay, let's pretend that we are someone who just happened to see your profile pop up and we're going to go check out your feed. Okay, let's go evaluate what we got. How many posts did you put out this week? I try to do one every single day and I don't hit Facebook and Instagram all the time. They're more perfect over there. And it's never perfect, but it's more put together. Whatever does well on TikTok, I'll put over there. And that's probably because that's an established audience that I've had since, I don't know, 2008, right? 2006. TikTok's new. Nobody knows me over there. I don't care. I got to create a whole new identity. No one was judging me. I got to be whoever I wanted to be, show up, pull whatever algorithm I wanted to pull. I got people following me because I posted a bunch of handstand challenges. I got 4 followers and they love handstands. It was the dumbest thing I've ever done. Okay. Stupidest video. I posted my AMP workout machine. A girl messaged me asking about the machine, and I looked at her profile and I said, wait, you do hair? Hold on. Hold on. You're a hairdresser? Yeah. I sent her product straight from my back office within 5 minutes of getting her address. She got the Renew shampoo, Renew conditioner, and the Replenish mask. Yes, I spent money. I gave her free product. You know why? Because I knew that this was going to be a good hit. All right. She signed up with the 650 pack the day she got those products. I made all my money back. Okay. So it's okay. I got a market partner in. This is going all in. Every conversation that comes your way about your electric guy coming and working on your house, if you got a solar panel guy coming to your house, if you've got the checkout lady, compliment her. Make everyone feel important. Everyone matters. Everyone goes on the list. You don't know why God put her in front of you today. You're just going to do what you need to do. You're going to be the messenger. Okay? So don't worry about doing this all yourself, because if you say a prayer and you take one step, I promise God's going to take 2. I'm going to take 2. I'll be helping you guys out along the way. But if you guys know where you're going and you have full intentions to be all in, I promise you'll get good results if you're tracking this. If you're measuring it, you will have the results that you want. And sometimes it's frustrating to see that we're not doing what we really thought we were doing. That's okay. Brush it off. Fix it. I fix things every single day. I'm trying to get better every single day. Mary signed up for Amazon customer service girl. Good job. Yes, that is how it's done, you guys. Yeah, Lisa, I'm going to drop all of my recordings on YouTube. The reason I do this is because Zoom won't keep my recordings forever. I pay all this money so you guys can all show a face when I'm like, oh my gosh, YouTube would have just let us all do this for free, except I couldn't see your face. So I pay a lot of money just to see your guys' faces on Zoom, but they do not keep all of the recordings. You only get like a certain amount and all the things. So YouTube will keep it forever. I drop them on YouTube and I will drop those in the chat afterwards, and you guys can always go back and look. And I'm trying to put them in order. So if you have a new market partner that signs up, you can say, hey, here's the first call. It's in order. And then here's a second call. Today's will be a third call. It's like a mindset call where people can evaluate their work a little bit. And hopefully I didn't scare anybody too off that are too new. But this is how I work my business. I love it. You guys, I fail on my face every day. I make mistakes every single day. You cannot probably out embarrass me from what I've already done. All right. I got stories for y'all. All right. We won't share that today, but let me just say you cannot out embarrass me. So show up, just like Josh said, show up every single day, go all in, and keep those connections going. Track your stuff. That's your little job today. And then make this a habit, because what's going to happen is you might do it today. You'll think about it tomorrow, third day, not doing it anymore. How many times are you going to track and evaluate your stuff this week until our next call on Monday? So, your job this week to kind of keep you guys in order. Let's track things. I would love to see you guys tracking stuff, like really random things, like talk to Cindy today, mailed product to Cindy, mail, whatever. Like I made a reel and it was good. It was about product. It was about the oil. Evaluate it, track it, okay? Because we can't be sitting here telling ourselves that this isn't working. We got to go do the work and then we'll get the results. So, you guys have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for showing up so early. You guys are amazing. Yeah, get a whiteboard. These little notepads, though, like I got this at like Office Depot. For the last 10 years, these have been my go-to. I love these little flip notepads. And you can do mind mapping on that too. And then you can like, yeah, whatever. But write down the stuff that makes you the most money, the things that you love the most, do more of, okay? And the things you don't like, get her done. You guys have a great week. Love you guys.